Hi, thank you for joining us. I'm Jessica Lahr, and this is a look at your week in the Finger Lakes. On Sunday, it was announced that the Hell of a Good cheese processing facility in Sodus will close after 90 years of operations in Wayne County. The closing will result in the loss of over 50 jobs beginning in June, and the facility will end all operations in September. Sodus Town Supervisor Steve Leroy said the Department of Labor is planning to speak with management to reconsider closing the plant that began operating in Sodus in 1925. On Tuesday, a South Seneca Elementary School student brought a loaded gun to school that was concealed in a coat pocket. The firearm was discovered and secured by the school principal, and there was no further incident. The Interlaken Police Department is investigating. A 46-year-old Marion man was killed on Tuesday afternoon when a crane operated by Cosell Street of Rochester hit power lines on Coy Road in Canandaigua. John Trout was pronounced dead at the scene, while two others, Keith Ball of Naples and James Davis of Honeoye, were injured in the incident. Investigators blame a combination of high winds and operator error for the accident. The former Skinny Atlas car dealer who swindled an elderly woman out of $180,000 is now accused of stealing two electrical vehicles from Skinny Atlas developer Tom McDonald. Pat Bombard was arraigned this week in front of Judge Anthony Eloy and is scheduled to return to court on April 27th. Plans for our charter school in the Finger Lakes region continue to move forward. The proposed Finger Lakes Academy would be located in Phelps and is ready to submit an application for a state charter in June. Canandaigua businesswoman and Finger Lakes Academy founder says they are proposing a kindergarten to 6th grade school for about 200 students. If approved, they plan to open in the fall of 2016. A trio of Good Samaritans helped rescue a woman stuck in a burning car in Phelps on Saturday morning. Leah Spurbeck of New Hampshire was traveling west on Route 96 when she fell asleep at the wheel and left the roadway. Her vehicle hit a utility pole, overturned, and caught fire. 3 people that were driving by the accident stopped to pull Spurbeck out of the vehicle to safety before emergency personnel arrived. Spurbeck was taken to Clifton Springs Hospital with minor injuries. The 3rd annual Seneca 7 race around Seneca Lake was held on Sunday, and it was a beautiful spring day for the 77.7-mile race that began and ended in Geneva. It was an all-female team from Rochester, the GVA Fuster Clucks, who had the best time, finishing the 7-person team relay run in 8 hours and 20 minutes. In the male category, it was Liar Liar Feed on Fire out of Enwell with a time of 8 hours and 47 minutes. The top mixed team was Jerry and the Atrix from Williamsville with a time of 8 hours and 54 minutes. Congratulations to all 200 teams that finished and to race organizers for another amazing event. Online casual clothing retailer Madewell opened their first upstate store on Tuesday at Eastview Mall in Victor. Known for comfortable styles with an emphasis on denim, Madewell is a division of J. Crew. The new store is located in the Von Mar wing of the mall. Read more on all these stories and hundreds more from over 40 local sources online at fingerlakes1.com. When we come back, I'll let you know what the weather forecast looks like for the weekend. We'll share some great local photos from around the Finger Lakes this week, and great spring fashions were on display at the Gould Hotel in Seneca Falls. We'll have highlights after the break.
So many sights to see on the internet, but for everything local, there's one place you can get it. At fingerlakes1.com. Come on over to fingerlakes1.com. Like us your homepage. News, weather, sports, and fun. Log on to Finger Lakes One.
Local news from over 40 sources, custom local weather, over 10 hours of live broadcasts and podcasts every week on your computer, tablet, television, or smartphone. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
www.fingerlakes1.com. Come on and join the fun. Log on to
www.fingerlakes1.com.
After a nice stretch of pleasant weather, things have taken a turn for the worse this week across our region, but some improvement is expected for the weekend. Thursday and Friday will be a return to winter with daytime highs in the lower 40s and a small chance of rain and snow showers with winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Things do calm down heading into the weekend with partly sunny skies expected on Saturday and Sunday with highs both days in the mid-50s. You can get the latest Finger Lakes forecast and live radar images at our local weather center or the fingerlakes1.com Android or iPhone app. We had our first big thunderstorm of the season on Monday night, and it was a big one. Check out these incredible storm photos by Rachel Burkholder as the storm moved east over Seneca Lake. She captured this pair of lightning strikes from her vantage point, Sampson State Park. Great job, Rachel. More scenes from across the region this week. Jack Wagner took this shot of Miners sophomore Sarah Schaefer dodging two Canandaigua defenders on Monday night in the rain at Brock Field in Seneca Falls. The Blue Devils won the game 11-4. Shelley Lannon caught this image of the sunset last Friday evening from Taylor Road in Clifton Springs as the sun dropped below the horizon. Roy DeRuiter took this photo of an early morning stretch by a Canadian goose on Monday morning on Seneca Lake near Cashong Creek. And Rachel Burkholder once again was at Taganic Falls on Sunday to capture this view of the falls from the lower bridge. Beautiful. Finally, another one from Rachel. Check out this full rainbow that was spotted over Gates Road in Geneva on Tuesday afternoon. You can check out more recent local photos by clicking on the Photos link at the top of our homepage or by tapping the Photos tab on our app. On Friday and Saturday of last week, the Gould Hotel hosted the Traveling Little Black Dress fashion shows where local models included Generations Bank President Menzo Case, Seneca County Chamber of Commerce Membership Manager Mackenzie Green, and our own Tiffany Collinsworth. The annual event is held to benefit the Seneca County House of Concern. We've prepared some highlights for you, and maybe you'll be inspired to make some of these spring fashions your own.
Are you having fun? Yeah. Okay. We're doing it right. Okay.
Great job by all the models and by the staff of the Gould Hotel and all the volunteers at the Seneca County House of Concern. Also, thanks to Brad Van Dusen Photography for the great photos you saw in that video. You can book Brad for your next event, a portrait shoot, by visiting brandvandusenphotography.com. In local theaters this week, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is debuting this week in theaters along with the social media suspense horror Unfriended. If you prefer a little more action, you can check out Furious 7, which is playing in Auburn, Geneva, and Canandaigua. For complete local showtimes, click on Movies at the top of our homepage or check the FingerLakes1.com Android or iPhone app. Also happening in the Finger Lakes this weekend. On Friday night, the Auburn Chamber Orchestra presents Broadway Bound at Cayuga Community College. Also on Friday, the untold story of Myron Holly will be told by author Richard Rees-Seam, who tells the story of the former superintendent of construction of the Erie Canal and the founder of the anti-slavery Liberty Party. The program is free at the Seneca Museum in downtown Seneca Falls at 7 o'clock. The Yates County Student Art Show will get underway with an opening reception on Friday beginning at 7 o'clock. Students from Penn Yan, Dundee, and Rushville will be presenting their artwork. The 4th annual Yates County Arts Center Bed and Breakfast Tour will be held on Saturday, featuring 5 unique bed and breakfasts in the Cayuga and Seneca Lake area. For more information, contact the Arts Center at 315-536-8226. Check out all the upcoming events by visiting our community calendar. Coming up on FingerLakes1.tv next week, Jim and Marilyn Barrow return after a 3-month break to host another episode of Healthy Cooking with Your Friendly Italians on Tuesday afternoon. Also, another edition of the Catching the Light podcast will be posted as Warren recounts his days working on the production crew of a popular network reality television show. Check out all of this week's episodes at FingerLakes1.tv or on the Finger Lakes One TV tab on our app. All our audio programming is also streaming in rotation on Finger Lakes One Radio. Finally this week, good luck to the Trumansburg High School Robotics team as they head to St. Louis to compete in the High School Robotics National Championship. Thanks for joining me for another edition of Finger Lakes Weekly. I'll be back next Wednesday for FingerLakes1.com. I'm Jessica Lahr. Have a fantastic weekend in the Finger Lakes.